Have you ever felt like your life is just one long warm up for something else? Like you're always on your way somewhere, but you never actually feel like you've arrived? Well, today, we're diving into the final and honestly the most mind bending lesson from Adlerian psychology: how to find the courage to live, like really live, right here and right now. So let's figure out how to get there.
Van, this question, it really gets to the heart of it, doesn't it? It's that feeling so many of us have that we're kind of stuck, spinning our wheels, looking for some big flashing sign that tells us our purpose, while our actual day-to-day life feels, well, small. But what if the whole problem isn't that we lack a purpose, but that we've been looking at our lives all wrong from the very beginning? So, the first roadblock to living in the now? It's often us. Yep, we get all tangled up in this web of self-consciousness, and it stops us from just acting freely, from just being.
This is that feeling of being in a mental straitjacket. Think about it. You're in a meeting, you have a great idea, but you bite your tongue because you're thinking, oh, they'll probably think that's dumb. Or you want to tell a joke, but you freeze up, worried no one will laugh. That's self-consciousness slamming the brakes on our natural, spontaneous selves. Okay, so why do we do this to ourselves? What's the hidden goal here? Well, it boils down to something super simple, but also really powerful. We just don't want to be laughed at. We don't want to be seen as a fool. We're not confident in just being ourselves, so we back away from any situation where we might get judged.
So how do we break free from that fear? The answer is a huge shift in perspective, moving away from being obsessed with ourselves and toward what Adler called social interest. And that whole shift, it's built on three really important pillars. And here they are. These three are the keys to the whole thing: self-acceptance, confidence in others, and contribution to others. They all work together, like gears in a machine. Each one strengthens the others, and together they build this amazing sense of community and real self-worth that can finally bust us out of that prison of self-consciousness. Okay, let's start with self-acceptance. And this is so crucial. This is not about pretending you're perfect. It's the exact opposite. It's about being brutally honest with yourself. You accept this version of you right now exactly as you are, flaws and all. You get real about what you can change and what you can't. And you put all your energy into the stuff you can actually do something about. And this brings up a huge difference. We're not talking about self-affirmation, which is kind of like lying to yourself, getting a 60 on a test and then chanting, "I'm a 100" in the mirror. No. Self-acceptance is looking at that 60, accepting it as your starting point, and then asking, all right, how do I actually get closer to 100? It's a brave, realistic first step toward real change. Now, once you really truly accept yourself, something incredible starts to happen. It gets way easier to have confidence in other people, and we're talking unconditional confidence here. It's about believing in people without needing them to prove they deserve it first. There's a big difference between trust and what we're calling confidence. Trust is often conditional, right? It's like a bank saying, sure, we'll loan you money if you provide collateral. Confidence, on the other hand, is a choice. You decide to believe in someone to build a real relationship. Whether they end up betraying that confidence, well, that's on them. That's their task, not yours. And all of this leads to that final pillar, contribution to others. Now, hold on, this isn't about becoming a martyr or sacrificing yourself. It's much simpler. It's about realizing that we find our own value when we feel like we're useful to our community. It's that deep down feeling of, hey, I'm of use to someone, that gives us a real solid sense of our own worth. It's the ultimate cure for that nagging self-consciousness. Okay, so with that foundation in place, get ready for a pretty huge paradigm shift. This next idea completely flips the script on how we think about life itself. It moves us away from seeing life as some kind of race and towards something, well, something a lot more beautiful. This is it. This is the big shift. Most of us see life as kinetic, like a straight line. We're born and we're head to some destination, some goal, and the whole journey in between is just a temporary phase. But the energetical view sees life as a series of dots, a series of present moments. The process, the now, that's the whole point. Just let that sink in. Our lives are not a straight line that's already been drawn. They exist only in the moments we're in. Right now, the past is over, the future isn't here yet. All we really have, all that's real, is this series of dots, this series of nows. The dance metaphor is just perfect for this. I mean, think about it. When you're dancing, you're not trying to get somewhere.
The goal of dancing is to dance. The movement itself is the point. And a fulfilling life is just like that, a life where you are completely absorbed in the dance of the here and now. Imagine your life is a big theater stage. If you shine a dim, hazy light over the whole thing, you trick yourself into thinking you can see the past stretching out behind you and the future laid out in front of you. And that creates the illusion of that line we think we're supposed to be following. But what happens when you hit that stage with a super bright, intense spotlight pointed right at the here and now? Poof! The past and the future just vanish into the darkness. All you can see is this very moment. To live earnestly means living your life under that spotlight, totally focused on what you're doing right now. And this idea exposes the biggest lie we tell ourselves, that we should always be postponing life. We treat today like it's just a dress rehearsal for the real show that's coming later. But the moments we are living right now, this isn't practice. This is it. This is real life. Okay, so if life isn't a race to a finish line, if we're just dancing through a series of moments, then how do we know where to go? How do we keep from getting completely lost? Now, this part of Adler's philosophy can be a little tough to swallow. It says that life, in general, has no meaning. There's no grand cosmic purpose that explains everything. But that's not supposed to lead to despair. It's supposed to lead to freedom. Because if life doesn't come with a prepackaged meaning, that means we are the ones who get to give it meaning. So, what's our compass in this dance? If we're living a free life without a set path, we need a guiding star to look up to. And for Adler, that star is contribution to others. It's that huge guiding principle that gives our dance direction and purpose. As long as you keep your eyes on that star, you can't get lost. You are completely free. You can live in each moment, you can dance your heart out, and you can do whatever you like, because you're always pointed towards something that connects you to other people and gives your life meaning. And when you live like that, happiness and friendship are always right there with you. And this is where it all comes together. It doesn't matter if other people get it or not. It doesn't matter if they don't cooperate. Real change starts with one person. It starts with you. The power to live a happy, meaningful life right here, right now, it's already in your hands. So the only question left is, what dance are you going to start today?